know, one thing for sure, we always gonna keep it 100 right here on the Anchor Reef. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Ken with the Anchor Reef. Man, it's getting crazy out here. This video right here is completely unfish related. Actually, truly just my opinion, but I wanted to talk to y'all as my people, you know what I mean? Just talk to you for a minute, rap with you on the chaos and confusion that's going on right now. YouTube, you can't panic. You can't allow this situation to rule your thought process. Social distancing has been something you were taught as a child. Everybody knew to stay away from Lil Stinky. Why? Because Lil Stinky stink. He don't take a bath. He don't wash his hands. He don't do none of that. And the people who do talk to Lil Stinky, they talk to him from a distance. But for us to go into panic mode and start riding around masked up and, you know, with bandanas all on your face, and man, it's crazy. Like, if I've ever would have walked into a store, especially in my neighborhood, with a bandana on my face, I'm pretty sure the clerk would have fired several shots as soon as you came in the door, just like that. Now, one of my favorite stores, second favorite store, at the Dollar Tree, they requiring you to put on a mask to go into their store. Hey, this is crazy, people. But I just want everybody to remember to stay calm. Definitely stay clean. I mean, we were taught social distancing as children. You should already know to stay off of people's back when you in the store, in line. I mean, you don't have to stay way across the store, but just don't stay up on their back, breathing all up on them, man. That used to be one of my pet peeves, you know, somebody just right up on your neck, on the phone, you know what I mean, stuff like that. That stuff, type of stuff spreads germs. But you know, right now, everybody got on gloves and masks and stuff like that. But how often do you change your glove? When you touch one item, do you change that pair of gloves to touch another item? Because if not, then guess what? With that item you just touched, you transferred it to the other item. Come on, man. You gotta think. Use our mind. These little masks on their face. What about all the stuff on the side? Like, not all of them wrap completely around the face. But I really don't feel like it's time for us to start tripping, riding around with masks on. Like, that just makes it a little bit more unsafe for everybody. Think about it. It is necessary for those whose systems aren't strong enough. But if you can't remember the last time that you've been sick, when you do get sick, 2-3 days, you a lot better. You still should be taking precautions, washing your hands and staying. YouTube, we got to use our heads. We got to stay calm. Definitely got to stay safe. I'm not saying at all that you shouldn't protect yourself. If you are one of those that are at high risk, you should definitely take extra precautions. But my immune system is built like a tank. And there are several billion of us out there whose immune systems are. And right now, people, it's serious. So if you don't have to be out, if you feel you got to put on bubble wrap to go out in the public, stay home. Get the things that you need and stay out of the way. Yes, it's hard, especially for the people who have to work. I've been in customer service 25 plus years now. I've dealt with all of them. Sick people, swine flu, bird flu, like I say, man, just everything that's come out. But I stay clean. I wash my hands regularly. Until this is allergy season already, so it's a lot of people that's already sniffling and sneezing, and the immune system ain't up to par. So gotta remember, people, these things don't just pop up. They're created in laboratories, sterile environments where people already have on gloves, or supposed to have on gloves and masks and things like that. But they touch one item, they touch another item, they scratch their faces, they touch stuff just like people are doing now. We shut down an entire state. Shut it down. Wow. We didn't do that when pink eye came around. We didn't do that when swine flu came around. HIV hit the scene. We didn't do none of that. But for a second, has anybody stopped to think about those that are incarcerated? I know we got at least one family member in the family that's continuously messing up. Well, me personally, I've been on both sides of the fence, and let me tell you something. It's mandatory that you stay clean. Everybody knows that. It's just how it goes. You just think about our public servants, all the people that's been on the police force 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? How many diseases have they encountered? You know what I mean? People that deal with people on a daily basis. The doctors that are in these hospitals, the nurses, you know what I mean? Like these people who aren't catching it, but they're dealing with people who have it because their immune system is healthy. They stay clean, they stay washed, they stay thorough. These are things you learn as a child. You're supposed to stay clean, people. This is nothing new. We should have been doing this. So there's really no need to panic. Everybody just need to chill out, take a deep breath. You got to stop looking at what's right in front of us. Every virus carries the name COVID. It's like walking into a fish store and asking for a surgeon fish. The store owner's probably going to look at you and ask you what kind, because COVID is the origin of a virus. Just like the same thing as a surgeon fish is the origin of certain tanks. So right now what we're experiencing is not something that just popped up out of the air. Matter of fact, every morning I get up, go outside, drink my coffee, I listen to the birds sing and, you know, see deer out in the field, and I know that everything is all right. There's no need for me to go to extreme measures and start panicking. It's the last thing you can do in a stressful situation is to panic. In a hostile situation, in a life or death situation, is to panic. I tell y'all all the time, even with your fish tanks, when things go wrong, do not panic. Take a second to sit back and think. And just like this, and why they've named it one of the most popular beers that used to be on the shelf, and now they pulled the beer off of the shelf. I don't drink, doesn't matter to me, but a lot of people do drink. You pull it off the shelf because you've named a virus after it. It's absurd to me. But like I say, this is all just my opinion. Speaking out to my people. Of course, it was a virus that's uncurable. You don't have an antidote for it. But when you make up in your mind the decision to live and set in your heart, live by faith and trust God that He is going to do exactly what He said He's going to do, you can make it. Look at Magic Johnson. He survived what nobody thought he would survive because he had contracted something that was uncurable. But some of y'all may not know about me, man. You know, 2014, the doctors told me that I would never walk or ride a motorcycle another day in my life. And with all the faith that I could built up within inside of me, I looked the doctor in his face and told him if he put me back together, that I would do both. And as devastating as that news was at that time, when I went back to my room, knowing what I was facing, I went and I prayed. And I asked God, give me the strength, give me the wisdom, give me the understanding to do whatever it took to walk again. And I say all of that to say this. I've been in situations sometimes where I didn't know if I was going to make it home. The next minute was truly up for question. But if you have faith and believe in something more than what's in front of you, especially all my church folks, I mean, where my church people at? Y'all shut down the churches? These are the places where people should be gathering at. We should be praying for the people. We should be praying for the sick, raising the land, because it's possible. It is possible. I'm not preaching to you. I'm not one of these religious folks, but I do have a spiritual connection with God Himself. Personal relationship with Jesus Himself. And I believe that He died, He rose, and He gave His life for me. And all of the benefits that come with Him taking upon my sins, they real. They real. So if you want to believe in something, open up your basic instructions before leaving this place. Open it up. But you can't read it like a regular novel. You can't just read it from cover to cover and think you're going to understand everything that's in there. It's one of these that has to be dissected. It has to be learned over time. Remember, man, not all of us can just stop working. Like, we live from check to check. Not everybody had a little nest egg put away for a shutdown like this. None of the bills stopped coming, but the money did. It's never been about the people, but you always got to remember the people, because the people are the ones who make this world go around. I don't know about y'all, but I miss my barber. You know what I'm saying? I just got me a brand new barber. I miss my barber. You know what I mean? Miss being able to go sit down in the restaurant. This virus is no different than any other virus. Pink eye, swine flu, bird flu. These things always happen during an election year. They were created in laboratories. Like I say, they didn't just pop up. They were experiments, tests, things that went bad, that leaked out. Same thing with HIV. Leaked out. It was from a test 8, and it got out. YouTube, I'm going to be honest with you. Something else y'all may not know about. Your government may not tell you. But population control has been a thing for many, many years. When the people and the money don't add up, something's got to give. And I'm sorry, but the ones with the money are not going to give up their money for the people. Some will. Some will. But the majority of what the world has come to today, they're not going to give it up for the people. People, this virus is only affecting our elderly, the ones who've already given their lives for us, and now we have to take care of them and, give them Social Security, house them, feed them, clothe them, the things you should take for people who have risked everything that they've had. Minorities, people with weak immune system. Survival of the fittest is something real. It's not just a phrase. It's really what it is. So of course, why wouldn't your federal government unleash $50 billion? Because if you do the math, 100,000 people, at least 80 years old, who have given $35,000 a year for those 80 years, equals somewhere around $124 billion. So you just double back what you had, plus the people that are still dying. All this money we've poured into fingerprints and forensics and stuff like that, now you want everybody to put on gloves. Like I say, I've yet to see one of these multi-billionaire CEO professionals show up to my house, knock on my door and be like, hey, don't worry about the light bill, don't worry about the car insurance, don't worry about any of those bills. We're going to take care of all of them since you can't go to work. Some of us have to work. Some of us are in customer service. Some of us are the ones that are still helping get your deliveries to you, helping get your groceries in stock. I mean, you still have people interacting with these things. If you let YouTube, you must protect yourself. But at the same time, you must not panic and think that this is the end of the world. You were taught as a child, you were taught to look a man in their eye and shake their hand firmly as a sign of respect. Now you want to elbow dap people that you've been knowing 20, 25 years plus? I'd rather not greet you at all. I mean, say hello or something like that, but come on now. America was built on handshakes. It was a corrupt handshake, but it was still a handshake. Gotta remember, people, it's things that you're not being told, partial truths that you're being told, and then the first thing everybody wants to do is panic. There is only one Savior, and right now, with everything going on politically wise, that's trying to be a savior. But he's already come. He's already did what he had to do for all of us. Even the ones that don't accept him, he did it for you too. But you gotta remember, this isn't the end of the world. If it was, you wouldn't have had time to prepare. Now is the time to prepare. Now is the time we should be praying, people. Praying for one another, not panicking. Prayer is a lot more powerful than panic. Can't believe everything that you hear. Can't believe everything that you see. Like I say, this is only my opinion. I'm not gonna say any fact to it. But everything that I tell y'all, you can go look up for yourself. I tell you all the time, research, research, research. Go look it up for yourself. But I love you people. Appreciate y'all listening to me. And as always, enjoy your reef.